morning, peeps. It's Lois again. Sorry, yes, that is my bra in the background. That is my makeshift washing line. That's van life for you. Anyway, today's video, I've just got out of the shower and I tend to always get these downloads and these kind of inspirational ideas when I'm actually in the shower. Don't know why, it's something to do with the water, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm taking inspired action and I've just had to put this on my whiteboard. So I'm going to show you what this is all about. Basically, in a nutshell, a lot of people sort of ask me about manifesting and they think of it as kind of like witchcraft, magic, things like that. No. It's about a feeling state. It's all to do with your thoughts, your beliefs, and your emotions. And people are always asking as well, how do I manifest? How do I get into that emotional state? How do I change my beliefs? How do I do all the things that everybody keeps talking about? Some people find it really easy and some people just don't get it. I'm hoping this will help clarify it, because there is one very crucial part of an awakening journey, but there's also a crucial part of manifestation. Now, the one key thing is, obviously, I think most people always talk about it. It's being in the feeling state of already having what I'm going to move so you don't have to keep seeing my bra. It's being in the feeling state of having your desire and then letting it go, trusting and knowing that it is done, but also being okay without it physically in front of you, in a way. Like, people always say it's about having it but being okay without it, which kind of confuses people. But in a sense, it's basically you just know that it's yours and you don't have to worry about it. It's all being taken care of. Best way I can describe this is, so you're in your garden, right? There's a fence between you and your neighbor. Now, on your side of the fence, you can see everything that's going on. You can see your garden, you can see your furniture, you can see everything, plants and stuff. But you can't see what's going on in your neighbor's garden unless you peer over the fence. I don't know, maybe you're a peeping Tom, who knows? But basically, somebody could tell you what's on the other side of that fence, and you almost have to take them at their word. So if someone said to you, I've got the love of your life this side of the fence, I've got your dream job, I've got bags of cash, I've got that amazing car that you want, everything is right here on this side of the fence. But you can't see it. All you're seeing is the fence, and all you're seeing is everything that's in your garden. And at the moment you're looking around and there's no bags of cash, there's no love of your life, there's no, fancy car. So what do? Do you trust the person on the other side of the fence and trust that all of those things that you really, really want are just the other side? Or do you keep looking around in your environment and believing what's there? And if that's the case, then without seeing it, how do you believe what that person on the other side of the fence is telling you? How do you know that it's true? You have to have faith. Because if that person on the other side of the fence says to you, you can have all of these things, but you're going to have to wait a week. You're just going to have to hold on. Just going to have to hold on. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit there twiddling your thumbs? Are you going to sit there stressed? Or are you just going to go on with life going, oh my God, this is amazing. 7 days from now, all of these things are going to come to me. All of these things will be mine. I've just got to get on with life. Enjoy it, wouldn't you? It's a bit like, as well, if you won the lottery, someone rings you up and say, yeah, you're the winner of the lottery. You've won £6 million. But it's going to take 30 days for it to get into your account. What kind of person are you going to be? How are you going to act? How will you behave? How will you go out into the world? Are you going to be a miserable bastard? Are you going to be glum? Are you going to be moaning about everything? Are you going to be complaining? Are you going to feel sad and low and depressed? Possibly, if that's your natural way of being. But if you knew you had £6 million on its way to you in 30 days, don't you think you'd be out there living life? Don't you think you might be somewhat happier, joyful, be kinder maybe? You might be more generous. You might be more daring. You might actually start doing things that you said you would never do, but now you're thinking, what the fuck am I waiting for? I've got £6 million on its way to me. I can do whatever I want. I'm invincible. I'm amazing. I'm rich. Now, I'm not saying that money is the be all and end all. It is not. What I'm saying is, if you knew that everything you wanted was literally just over there, on its way to you, and the only thing standing in the way of you and it being together right now was your belief that it isn't there, that you can't have it, that it doesn't exist, wouldn't you want to change that somewhat? Maybe? Because that's kind of what it boils down to. And your beliefs are really only made up by your experiences, by what you've gone through in life. And it's not going to be an overnight fix. It's not going to be an instant change. Some people it might be, but for most people, no. It takes time. Because you've got to reprogram yourself. You've got to stop believing all of the things that have been put upon you. You know, all the things of like people telling you you're not good enough, the rubbish teachers you had in school that said you'd never amount to anything, your parents always criticizing you, your friends always seemingly, you know, getting the guy or girl they want while you're still single. You know, all of those experiences, they all start to, you know, drip feed into here, and they shape who you are. But you're none of those things. You're not even really this body. You're not your mind. You're not your thoughts. You're not even really your feelings, because they're all connected. You know, you have a thought and it creates a feeling. You have a feeling and it's linked to a thought, right? You feel happy because you're thinking about a nice thing. You feel sad because you're thinking about an unhappy thing. So how do you reprogram that? Well, it's a process, but you have to be committed and dedicated to doing it every day. And that could be affirmations, it could be journaling, it can be visualization techniques. But basically, you've got to rewrite those old stories. You've got to stop telling yourself and affirming all the old bullshit. You've got to stop saying to yourself, I'm not good enough. I'm not lovable. I'm not pretty. I'm not handsome. I've got a beer belly. I'm not very wealthy. And turn it around to, money is coming to me. Love is on its way to me. I have everything I need right now. And the fastest way is gratitude. But the point I'm trying to get to, I'm going to show you on my whiteboard, is there's another way you can get there into that feeling state, which builds up your confidence, gives you empowerment, gives you the drive and the energy and the motivation to start living a more fulfilled life, which leads to abundance, which leads to happiness and joy and excitement and fun. And then before you know it, all of your manifestations will come in. So how do we do this? Let me show you. So this is categorized into 3 sections. We have flow and God state. Now, don't get up in arms about it. I'm not getting all religious. God state is simply the flow state. It is that state of being content, satisfied, complete, wholesome, fulfilled. You don't need anything. You don't want anything. You're just totally in the zone. You're just chilling, going with life, and everything is fine. Okay? The ego mindset, this one is where most people stay. This is where you're totally convinced that everything in your reality, everything you see, everything you hear is the truth. You believe you are all of these things that everybody tells you. You believe everything the news tells you. You believe everything that's purged upon you, everything that people project about you. You're not clever. You'll never get a promotion. You're too short. You're too fat. You're too thin. You know, you're not a nice person. I don't know, whatever people tell you. Everything that you've ever heard in your life, it all gets sucked into your subconscious. So this is what happens when you're in your ego mindset. You feel things like lack. You have low self-worth, limiting beliefs, lots of conditions that you set upon yourself and others. In other words, like, I can only be happy if XYZ happens. You have traumas, usually from childhood. There is programming. The things that other people project on you, you become programmed to believe, such as, I'm not very intelligent or I'm not very creative. Then you have withdrawal and resistance. That tends to be when things don't go your way. You tend to like freak out, you pull back, you push against people, you push people away, you push ideas and opportunities away because you don't believe that you can have them. Then you have attachment. This can be down to relationships. So you might have codependency where you attach to outcomes, you attach to people and circumstances. There's denial. and fear. And they all tend to keep you stuck. So then you have the flow God state. That's when you have peace, calm, you have that inner knowing, you have trust, you're surrendered to the what is. You have acceptance. You accept everything that's going on, and you're just allowing it. You have detachment. So you're not attached to any one person or any outcome. You feel kindness, and you are in an energy of love. Love for everyone else, love for yourself, love for the world. So the key here is, how do you turn all of these states of being into these states of being? And you do it by becoming the master of your emotions. And emotions are energy in motion. So how do we change this? How do you turn fear into love? Well, you do it through gratitude. And how can we make that happen faster? Creation. Because fear is actually the opposite of love, not hate. Fear keeps you trapped. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you from achieving all the things you want to do. So the way to turn fear into love is through gratitude and through creation. Now, if you think about it, when people do talk about God, they talk about him being the almighty creator, right? Now, within each of us, we have the ability to create also. I'm a woman, and together with a man, I can create life. That's the ultimate creation, creating life. And we can create in other ways, through music, through art, through poetry, writing, through even manual skills like stonemasonry or silversmithing. There's so many different ways to be creative. And as a creative person, because I did floristry, and I've done all sorts of things, journalism, poetry, yeah, all sorts. When you're being creative, you are tapped in to the flow state. You are in that God state because you are doing the thing that you were born to do, to create. That is why man and woman was put on the earth, to create. So when you are in creation of anything, whether you're creating a work of art or whether you're just creating a new hairstyle or creating a beautiful home for yourself, whether you're, you could be doing crochet, you could be a mechanic. But when you're creating something, you are totally in the now. You are totally in the flow state. And that is when you are able to manifest everything. So even if you don't regard yourself as a creative person, maybe you're not into knitting, maybe you don't like makeup, maybe you don't do, floristry or painting, there is something you can create. Even just preparing a meal is creating. You're always creating something. But you've got to make sure that you're creating something good, because we also have the ability to create negative things, right? We can create bad moods. We can create negative environments. We can create issues with work, with friends, with family. We can create as much negative as we can create positive. But when you're creating positive things through the outlet of things that you enjoy, you're really in that flow state. And that is the key to manifestation, because then you are in the present. You are in that feeling of joy, of calm, of peace. Then in that moment, that's when you want to think about the things that you truly desire, because then you're in it and you feel it. And you think about that amazing holiday that you want to go on. You think about that amazing lover you want to be with. You think about the beautiful house that you want to live in. Even the smallest things like, the promotion you might be after, even a lottery win. You can sit there while you're in that creative state and just feel it and go, wow, what would it be like? What would it be like to be led on that beach right now with cocktail in hand, sun beating down on me? And then you just immerse yourself into that feeling of being there, of having it. And once you've done it a couple of times, you then find that you can do it anywhere. I can literally be walking around a supermarket, and as most people know, I do love a good dance in a supermarket. I mean, big up places like Asda, because you play some banging tunes on a Saturday night. Yeah, that's how I roll. But I just love dancing. Dancing is another form of creation, same as yoga and you know, maybe even martial arts, because it's movement, it's flow. As I said, energy in motion. We need to be fluid. We need to move in that flow state. We just roll with the punches. We go with life, and you follow your intuition. You think, oh, do you know what? I've always wanted to learn, I don't know, jazz or tap dance. So you sign up to class. I've always wanted to learn how to do origami. So you sign up for a class, or you learn it online. That's removing the fear. That's when you start to fall in love. You fall in love with your creation. You fall in love with yourself. You fall in love with your life. And then you are in flow state. It's symbiotic. It happens automatically. And the key here is always creation, because you are the ultimate. You're the almighty creator. You were put on this earth to create. So get the fuck out there and start creating. Start creating your amazing, beautiful, wonderful, abundant, rich, loving life. Start creating today. You know, put pen to paper. Go sign up for that class. Go learn a new skill. Start learning a language. Anything that brings you joy, anything that lights you up, fires you, makes you feel so friggin' excited to get up in the morning. That's what you got to be doing. That will drag you out of the pits of hell. That will stop you feeling negative about yourself. Your confidence will rise. You will feel more inspired and motivated. Everyone around you will change as a result of your energy, because your energy will be more positive. And the more positive your energy, the more in flow state you become, the more you can manifest everything you desire. And then you get into that knowing. You get into that feeling of, I can have anything I want. I can do and be anything I want. I just have to feel it. And even if you're having a crap day, like I did today, it didn't go so well this morning. I got a little bit tearful. There's things going on in my family. There's things going on elsewhere. I've got friends that are in Israel at the moment. And, you know, there's a lot of shit going on in the world, right? We're not all leading a perfect life. And I'm not trying to say that we are, or that we all will be. Everybody's got their crap and their baggage and their stuff going on. I'm not saying it's about perfection. I'm just saying that your life can change when you change. And the change happens within. If you want to create and change everything out here, you've got to start in here first. And this is it. So go create. And then let me know in the comments below, what is your desire? What is the thing that you love to do? What is your form of creation? I really, really want to know. Drop a comment below. Click like, subscribe, share the video, and yeah, start manifesting, start creating, start living the life that you were truly meant for. Take care, peeps. I'm going to go get dressed. Bye.